Okay, super. Hello, everyone. Thank you, everyone who is with us today. We're gonna have a very interesting topic: tips on how to handle opponent's initiative. And today, I will share with you some very important tips, and the examples will be on our games, which we have played together during the Simul game and during Blitz game. So here I will show you my desktop. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. So we have 9 tips. In future we will make it more. So tips on how to handle opponent's initiative. Let's go together one by one. So first one, don't lose the game force. This topic we have already passed during the Simul games and events. Every time I was sharing this one, don't lose the game force. And here in example, you will see how I was implementing this one. Don't lose the game force. So you will see that in all the games I was lost, but nowhere there is a position which I was losing the game force. And nowhere that there was a moment that against your initiative, there was a moment that you could check and checkmate. So okay, it was lost but not forced, and when it's not forced, you were making some mistakes. Here's the tip: don't lose the game force, and your opponent will become confused, like it should be checkmate, but he cannot find one move, second move, third move, and on the fourth move he is doing mistake. This is very important advice. Don't lose the game force. Second one, change opponent's active pieces. This one we have passed together too. It's not only opponent's active pieces, but as many pieces you change as good for you. Because when opponent has initiative, his potential of his pieces are more than yours. So if there is a knight, if both of you have knights, yeah, his knight may come and join the attack. Your knight may come and join the defense. It's better immediately if there is a chance to change them too. So change as much pieces as possible, especially active pieces. Close the position. The third one, close the position. We have also learned from the streams and close the position, because whenever we close the position, the initiative opponents become slower, and his tempos become not as important as in the open position. And now we go to the fourth one, which is probably new for you. Always ask yourself, what is opponent's threat? This is very important questions all the time whenever you are playing chess, but when opponent has initiative, this becomes much more important. Always ask yourself, what is opponent's threat? This we will see in example. How important is this? And here with fourth point, it's coming the 5 point. How much time do I have? What does it mean? Sometimes you can ask our question, what is opponent's threat? And here we see opponent wants to check and checkmate next move. It's mean we don't have time. We need to do something urgent. Sometimes it may be what is opponent's threat, and we will ask, okay, opponent wants to play bishop e7, bishop d8, bishop c7, 3 moves and make some threat. It's mean we have 3 move times. 3 moves time. So this is two things are very combined together. Ask yourself, what is opponent's threat and how much time do I have? These 4 and 5 points we will see soon about on examples. Sixth, don't miss counter attack chance. This is again important. It's very hard to all the time to defense, especially if the position is lost and the opponent is up. I touched here something, guys. Please tell me if you can hear me. Yeah, put some plus if you can hear me, please. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Don't miss counter-attack chances, because whenever opponent is attacking, he's pushing, he's bringing all his pieces, yeah, and then mathematically there is more chance that you will make mistake than him. And if it's the lost position, so he will checkmate you, yeah, sooner or later. If the game route of the game continues like this, sooner or later you will get checkmate. And if there is a chance to get some counter-attack, use that moment. Yeah, and also psychologically it's hard for opponent. Imagine he is just pressuring on you. He's bringing pieces, he's not hurrying anywhere, he can make a decisive blow and finish the game, but he's not hurrying. He's bringing the rogues, bishop, all these pieces. and some moment you are changing the route and you are starting some counter attack. Opponents become to get nervous, and because of this psychological situation, there is more chance when opponent can make mistake. This 6th point, don't miss counter attack chance, we will also see on examples. 7th, about this point we have spoken already, but this is a very important one. Take the sacrificed material. Whenever like opponent is attacking you, you don't have anything. You don't have pawn. You don't have piece. He didn't sacrifice anything, and it's just free attack. Take some material. He sacrificed some pawn. He sacrificed some piece. Take it, because then you will know for what are you suffering. If you don't have any pawn, any knight, it's very easy to lose that game, because even somewhere opponent don't checkmate you, but he take your knight, so you lose the game. So he's attacking. He's then some moment check, and took your 2 pawns. Anyway, you will lose. But if you have some piece against attack, if you have 2 pawns against attack, now for opponent everything becomes much harder. He knows that he's piece down or 2 pawns down, and if he don't checkmate you, he will lose. This is very important, first of all, from psychological point of view, because he now is nervous. He understands that he should be hurry. He's without a piece, without 2 pawn. Yeah, you will know probably on your example. It's much harder to attack when you are pieces or some pawns down. So when material is equal and you have additional attack. So take that. And the good thing also about chess, it's whenever you have that material advantage, opponent is attacking, some moment you can sacrifice it back. Imagine you are piece up, opponent is sacrificing. Some moment you can give opponent 2 pawns back, and then you are still piece up. So a 7th point, take the sacrificed material. Here I missed the D, sorry for this. Take the sacrificed material, I mean. 8, change the route of the game. This is mostly for psychological point of view. We touched already this one. When an opponent is attacking and some moment you are with the 180% gradius, you change the game, then opponents become everything harder psychologically. This one we will also see on example. And 9-1 is bluff, because when opponent has initiative, some moment it will not be just initiative, but the position will be lost. So bluff are also okay. Opponent is attacking on you, and somewhere you are making some blow on his king, some counter-attack chance. It's not working, but maybe he didn't see anything and it will work. It's okay to take that chance, try to bluff and try to get counter-attack. Okay, so this is the theoretical part of how to handle opponent's initiative. This we will see on examples now, but before I go to examples, let me know if you had any questions so far. If no, we will go jump to examples. If no, if you have any question, let me know here, and then we will move to the next step. My dear wife, can you bring me something to drink? Okay, my wife is in earphones. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Let me see if you have any questions yet. Okay, no questions. So then we go. So I already put everything in Lichess. So I put it main. Okay, here I hope you see. Guys, please put plus if you see the board, everything is correct. And then we go to example part. Super, here we go. So here is the first example. The game was played against my strong opponent, Papatosh. This game, later I checked with engine, I was winning most of the time after opponent's sacrifice. But practically this was very tough to stop opponent initiative. And here this one is a nice example. So we go. So I gave that 6 tempos. And from this point the game starts. E3, queen c7. And now how to play for white. We play bishop b5. We have seen already. Okay, let me share the screen. So if I do this, probably now you don't see it. Okay, what if I just share the desktop with the camera? Okay, so bishop b5 move, change opponent's active pieces. And as we spoke already, if it's not only just active pieces, okay, I'll make it like this. It's not only opponent active pieces, but potential active pieces. And whenever you are changing some pieces, it's better for you. So in our example, I'll go it here. Bishop b5, just changing a piece, which is good for us. Also, we are not changing this knight from bishop e2. If we spend the tempo from bishop e2 to play bishop b5 and bishop c6, okay, we would lose a tempo. But what happened here? Opponent already developed the knight. This knight can become very dangerous for us in future. Whenever he played d4, e5, or somewhere knight before attacking c2. So this is potential dangerous knight. So bishop b5, we are developing our bishop and changing the knight. Also, in some moment, if bishop c6, queen c6, we may have some knight f3, knight e5. So usually we don't give these two bishop advantage to opponent, but this is extreme case. Here, if we don't hurry, we may get checkmate. So it's not about the bishops, it's about to handling the initiative. So bishop b5, take b3. Okay, b3, probably knight f3 would be more careful move because of b3. Opponent played here d4, a very good move. d4, opening the queen. Now Babatosh is attacking my g2 pawn, and here I am having some problems. In the game was knight f3, rook d8, bishop b2, and here my opponent did his first mistake. It was queen e4. First of all, it's not so good to play with one piece two times in the first part of the game. And second, here I have lots of problems with development. When black plays here queen e4, it's allowing me to play d3, e4, and it's coming to one of the important points of our webinar of our tips. Close the position. So it's coming the third point, close the position. So queen e4, it's allowing me to do that. Instead of queen e4, black should have played here e5. e5, so making the center stronger and using the moments that I cannot take knight e5 because of queen g2. So e5. Then what to do for me? Next move is coming e4, rook on d8 is putting here lots of pressure, and I have lots of problems. Instead of that, opponent played queen e4 and allowed me to play d3, queen g4, e4. In the game I played short castle, but I could play also e4, which would be stronger. I didn't see this during the simul. Here I could play e4 and close the position, and opponent if take queen g2 and attacks my h1 rook. I have time for playing rook g1. Knight f3 is protected with my queen, so queen should move, and then I take opponent piece, so nothing there. After queen e4, queen g4, if I played e4 here in the game, probably the right answer for black would be to go back, and then it's not good for black because they allowed me to close the center. Well, queen g4, I played short castle, h5, Babatosh is continuing his aggressive style. Aggressive way, e4, trying to close the center, and here I'm getting knight e4 sacrifice. Knight e4, d e4, bishop e4, and let's see what is happening here. Okay, knight bd2 anyway, this is good move. Let's move this one. Knight bd2, it cannot be wrong. We are developing our piece, protecting the knight on f3, and we want to change opponent's piece. This we have seen already. We are trying to change opponent's active pieces, and in this case we are threatening knight e4. This is very active bishop, so opponent played bishop c6. What happened? Black sacrificed the piece, and now they have two bishops and two central pawns, so lots of compensation for that. Also, my king on g1 will have some problems because of this super strong bishop on c6, monster bishop. Additionally, is coming some moment h4, h3, bishop d6 may come, and even some moment rook h6, rook g6. Rook also can join the attack. So now black has a very serious initiative, and it's coming now time to think how to defend the position. For thinking first, what move to choose, how should be our thinking process. Whenever opponent is having such a strong initiative, we are giving us one of the important questions. So that question is, always ask yourself what is opponent threat, how much time do I have. So I will not come this too often during this game. Remember, this is just 4 and 5 points, because these 4 and 5 points we will touch a lot during this game. Always ask yourself what is opponent's threat, how much time do I have. And now let's go to the board. Okay, now we ask the question, what is opponent's threat? And here we will see, okay, opponent wants to play h4, h3, opponent wants to play bishop d6, opponent wants to play rook h6, rook g6, but nothing very serious, nothing very urgent. So we have time. And how to defend? Whenever we have time, the first thing we try to do is try to change opponent's active pieces. In this case, it's bishop c6 and queen g4, but we cannot change them, because if we play here knight e5, we will checkmate here. We will get checkmate on g2. So knight e5 move is impossible. We can change this queen, also not easy. The only way is to try to change this queens is to go knight e1 back. At first glance, this may seems a good move. We are trying to change the queens. Also, knight e1 protects the g2 pawn, but of course, opponent will not change his queen. He will just go back here or here, and then bishop d6. And what happened? We had just one normal piece on f3, which was protecting our king, and we took our knight back. This is not very good for us. Again, when we ask our question, what is opponent threat, and we saw that we have time. Whenever we are defending, one of the first thing is to change the piece, and if we cannot change opponent's piece, the second thing is, can we bring our other pieces to defense? Okay, so in this case, what pieces we can bring to defense? Well, knight on d2 is already he's defending f3 knight. Bishop on b2 is far from defense, but it's the same time it's very hard for this bishop to bring to defense. It's very hard, this bishop on b2, to bring to help this poor king on g1. Oops. Okay. So what we can bring? We really can bring to defense this queen and rook. So the next move, it's automatic. Queen e2. Later we will try to play some moment rook e1, maybe knight e4. And knight e4, so here close a bit this bishop on c6. So how we played queen e2, because we could not change immediately any piece, and with this we bring our pieces to defense. Queen e2, and the opponent played rook h6, a very cool move, very good move. Rook h6, rook g6, attacking the g2 pawn. What we do? Before here doing any move, we ask again the same question: what is opponent threat? So opponent wants to play rook g6, and then we will have problems with g2, because if he plays g3, then with bishop on c6 will become very annoying one. It will be some h4, bishop d6, and then some sacrifices on this g3 point. So opponent wants to play rook g6. What to do? At first we wanted to play rook a1 and close these bishops. This is possible, but whenever we play rook a1, knight e4, let's say here, yeah, rook a1, rook g6, g3, opponent plays here h4 using this pin, so we cannot take on h4. And now whenever we play here knight e4, opponent has f5 resource. So our knight on e4 should go back, and again we will have some problems with this g3 square, maybe f4 even. So rook h6, okay, we ask a question, opponent want to play rook g6, and here to my mind came move h3 and see where is going this queen, because if it goes queen g6, now will not be possible rook g6. If queen goes to f5, it's also good, because after queen f5, first I will have some resources like queen e5, second, if some moment opponents play rook g6, maybe I will have knight h4. And the third one, after queen g4, oops, again this. Okay, after queen f5, I'm thinking maybe knight c4. Okay, maybe some moment after rook g6, yeah, I will have knight h4 move. Okay, so h3 we are playing, opponent played queen g6, which is very good for us, because now there is no more rook g6. Now what we do second? What is the opponent threat? Opponent has strong initiative, but we will see here that there is no any concrete threat, because now rook g6 move is not possible anymore. So probably the next move of opponent is to play some bishop d6, bishop c7. So opponent has two strong bishop which will attack us. And what we do? The first question: can we change opponent's any piece? If no, we bring the piece. And here I was thinking maybe about rook a1 move to bring a piece. But then, can we change opponent any active piece? Queen on g6 and bishop on queen g6 and bishop on c6? Well, we can, right? We cannot play knight e5 because of queen g2 checkmate, but we can bring another knight to e5. So knight c4. Knight c4, we want to play knight e5 with tempo on queen on g6, and if we change this monster bishop on c6, everything will be gone, and our opponent's initiative will not be as strong as with this bishop on c6. Whew. Guys, do I'm explaining too fast or is fine? Okay, before you answer it in the chat, I will continue. Knight c4, we have a threat, knight e5. Okay, cool. Opponent played here rook d5, a very good move by Babatosh, a very cool one. Rook d5, I missed this move, rook d5, and now I am having problems because I cannot play knight ce5. Okay, cool. Well, I cannot play knight ce5 because of this rook e5. Now I am having problems. I cannot take knight e5 because of queen g2 checkmate. And if I take queen e5, then bishop f3, and I cannot take because of this pin. So after knight c4, rook d5, very strong move by Babatosh, not allowing me to play knight ce5. And here again I cannot change this bishop on c6. I can try to change it from knight a5, but then opponent will have bishop b5, and probably I should come back. So rook d5, now again we ask the same question. Can we change any piece of opponent? It seems no, because we cannot play knight c5, we cannot play knight a5. Well, here I was thinking about rook a1, but I didn't understand. Okay, rook a1, what's the use of this rook? Because anyway, next move I cannot play knight c5, the same reason, rook e5 opponent will take. So, okay, rook a1, it cannot be a bad move, it's okay. But first of all, rook a1 is putting a little bit problems. In some moment when the opponent will sacrifice something here, I will have problem for my king to running on the queen side. Let's suppose opponent sacrifice some rook. I will have problem for running this king because of this rook on e1. Oops, what I touched. Sorry, guys. Okay, this is the position. Okay, if I play here rook a1, then I will have problems with running king b1 because e1 will be my rook. So rook e1, okay, it's okay move, good move, but it's not the best because what is the use of the rook on e1? And now I thought about king h1 move, king h1, and so after king h1, I want to play knight c5. So let's say opponent play b5, I can play knight c5 because after rook e5, I take queen e5, and my king is not on g1, so my knight on f3 is not pinned. If you take, okay, I take gf3 too. I am rook up. So king h1. King h1 running from this pin, and again threatening knight c5 and changing opponent bishop. After, yeah, rook c1, yeah, b5 also possible. That's what I'm speaking about. So rook a1 not much use. But after king h1, still now I renewed my threat, knight ce5. Queen f5 was played. Queen f5, and now the thing is, if I play here knight ce5, opponent will play again bishop b5, and I need to come back with the knight. I was thinking to bring him the knight on c4, but I didn't understand why my knight on c4 is better than d3, because from c4 knight is some moment if bishop d6 we can take. But if the knight is on d3, so let's assume we play knight e5 and knight d3 back, opponent will play bishop d6. And then is coming some g5, g4 even. So very dangerous initiative. Now we think again, can we change opponent piece? So the first move was knight c5, trying to change this bishop, it doesn't work. What else we can do? What piece we can bring to defense? First one is rook a1, but here we will notice another option. Bishop c1, bringing this bishop to the game. And first thing is, if opponent played here rook g6, it was very important calculation here that I have knight h4 move. queen f5 and rook g6, so I'm winning this exchange. During the stream here I was very nervous of this knight h4 because it should be very concrete calculation if after queen h3 I'm not getting checkmate, because queen h3 check in gh3 and then rook can move and give some check. But hopefully after this any check I had f3 move. F3 move, closing this bishop, and my knight on h4 is protecting here everything. And also g6 rook is hanging, and if some rook f5, just f3. We take this, and we are rook up. Still there is some initiative, but there are no queens, so everything is cool for us. So bishop c1. Bishop c1, and now opponent don't know what to do, because if rook g6, knight h4, and also g5, I will just take it maybe. So bishop c1, bringing the piece to the game. Probably again g5 would be the best move for black, g5 or rook f6. In the game was played d3. D3, this is interesting. Attacking my queen, and after cd3, rook d3 was the idea of my opponent. And now he wants to take rook f3. If I take opponent's rook on h6, now rook f3 is coming. Rook f3, if I take, I'm losing my queen. And if I don't take that rooks, then next move is coming rook h3. Oh, or even queen h3. So let's suppose bishop e3, it's even possible queen h3 check. So if I take here, I'm getting checkmate. Queen h3, okay, probably I can play king g1. But even here, yeah, queen g4 has, or queen g2 check. Some dangers here. Also maybe just rook h3. Rook h3 check. Yeah, maybe rook h3 check, king g1 and bishop g2. Yeah, exploding all my king's position. Okay, maybe here I can take king g2, yeah? There should be, I believe, some concrete way of winning the game. How to win this position? Well, maybe just take and... yeah, maybe take and... bishop d6 doesn't work. Rook e3, I was thinking... well, maybe it's still okay. Well, but okay, before going for long calculation, oh, rook h3, rook h1, true, right, who was this? Dove, cool. Yeah, rook, I forgot it. Rook f3, very cool dove. After bishop e3, black has here easy winning. Rook h3 check, king g1 and rook h1. Bravo, David. Very nice. Rook h1, queen h3 check, and queen g2 finishing the game. Very cool dove. I'm glad to see you, Dove. Cool, rook h1, very nice. I didn't see that. So after knight, okay, after cd3, rook d3, opponent has a threat to play rook f3. Again, we ask the question, what is opponent's threat? He wants to play rook f3. And what we do is, can we change opponent piece? Yes, we can. We can play knight c5, which is cannot be a wrong move. Knight c5, we are protecting our knight on f3, attacking the d3 rook, and also we are attacking this bishop on c6. So if we change this bishop c6, it was from the start. Whenever we change, opponent doesn't have any more strong initiative. So I call such a moves are cannot be wrong moves. So knight c5 cannot be wrong move. We protect, we attack, we attack. So knight c5, and now everything is not so dangerous for us. Here opponent did a practically very interesting decision. Instead of going back and playing without a piece, without initiative, also rook on h6 is hanging. Babatosh took here rook f3, very interesting decision. Rook f3, knight f3, and just rook g6. Now we are rook up, but still it's not easy here. Opponent wants to play bishop d6, bishop c7. Here, any moment I should be very careful about some rook g2 sacrifices. Rook g2, let's assume I play bishop e3, yeah? Here I should be very careful for such sacrifices. Rook g2, king g2, and some check. I cannot play bishop g5 because he will just take. It's pinned, I cannot take it. If I go king h2, then bishop d6 check is coming. And if I go back king h1, opponent can play some queen f5, attacking f3. The only way to protect this is to play queen g2 and then queen g6 and draw. Okay, so knight f3, rook g6. How to defend this position? We are rook up, but still opponent has initiative. Probably the compensation is not enough, but still it's coming. So how to defend? Again, what is opponent's threat? Maybe he want to take rook g2. Second, can we change any piece? No, because we cannot move this knight. If we decide to move it, let's say knight h4, we are getting checkmate here with queen h3 check. So there is a pin, and after king g1, rook g2, we will get checkmate here. So we cannot change a piece. What we can do? Can we bring some piece to the game? In this case, bringing piece to the game, bring the piece to the game to defend a position. Here, opponent wants to take rook g2 and king g2, play queen g6, queen f5, and then we are having problem with this knight on f3. And can we bring this rook to protect the knight on f3? We have no time. But what we can do, we can bring another rook to protect the knight on f3. So rook d1. Rook d1, we want to put this rook on d3. If opponents decide to take, decide to check, and then here we will have rook d3 move. Also rook d3 move, a multifunctional move, because we can also run rook was on f1 here, and with rook d1 we are preparing for running. If opponent sacrifice rook, it's already too much, yeah. Rook g2, king g2. Now we are rook. We are 2 rooks up, so we can easily sacrifice something back, yeah. So let's say this, we can easily play some rook d3, and if opponents take here, okay, we run, and we are 2 rooks up. So how to come to this, how to find this rook d1 move? Again, what is opponent threat, how much time we have, and what piece we can bring to the game. In this case is what piece we can bring to protect another piece. Yeah, true. Also rook d1 protects bishop d6. Right, Dev, I forgot about it. Rook d1 really protects against bishop d6 too, not allowing bishop d6, bishop c7 maneuver. And here I have a threat also. Now I want to play queen d3 next move. Queen d3 attack the queen and threatening queen d8 checkmate. So queen d3 trying to force these queens to be changed. Okay, so let's say some h4. Here I can play queen d3. I want to checkmate here, I want to change. If opponent goes queen f6 back, I also can play bishop b2. He cannot take because of this. Or even bishop g5 I can play. Bishop g5. Oh no, not bishop g5. Yeah, bishop b2, just bishop b2. So everything is solved. So rook d1, a very good positional, sorry, not positional, multifunctional move. Rook d1, we are preparing to run if it needs. We are preparing to rook d3 and protect the knight on f3 if it will be needed. Also, we not allow bishop d6 move, and we are threatening queen d3, queen d8. But we would not find this move if we didn't ask the question, what is opponent threat? And when we know rook g2 is opponent threat, then it's coming rook d1 much easier. Well, rook d1, bishop e7 was played, and now it's okay, clear that opponent's initiative will not be enough. What we need to do, we need to develop our other pieces, rook and bishop. So just bishop e3 was played, bishop d8. Here is coming bishop d8, bishop c7. Still not enough, but here there was a very practical decision. Just give the exchange. We are piece up, we can give exchange back. So take and play king h2, and finally my king is safe. There is no more bishop on d6 check. Before that, if I played here king h2, there would be bishop c7 check. And here my king on h1 is having problems because of this bishop. And if I play king g1, my king will have problems because of rook. The safest place for my king is on h2, so no bishop c7 check. But then there is a bishop, we are piece up, okay, we sacrifice the exchange. So take and king h2, now everything is safe. No bishop d6, also good thing. Opponent king now is also opened. We are threatening some rook d1, queen d3, and try to checkmate opponent. Opponent has just piece against 2 pawns, but if he decide to take, yeah, this endgame will be lost. We are just piece up, there is 2 pawns, but it's not enough. Bishop d8, so rook d8, king h2. Yeah, by the way, if you check with Engine, Engine will never offer you to play rook d8. He will offer you to do some other move. But such moves are very practical. So rook d8, king h2. Now king is safe, no any checks. King c7 now was played. Rook d1. We bring finally the last piece in the game. Bishop b5 was played, queen d2, and now we start the attack because it's coming queen d6, queen d8, and now game finished. King b8 was played, queen d6 check, here bishop c5, and now we are threatening queen d6 check, queen f8 check, and only now we are attacking piece up, so opponent resigned. How I was successfully defending this position. It was just because of these few things. I was always asking me what is opponent's threat and how much time do I have. Do I have time to just bring my piece, or opponent has some concrete threat which I need to defend? This was, I think, one of the best examples from our games. It was very vividly showing how to defend long-term initiatives. So let's go here one more time. Before I go here one more, you can type if you have any questions of this game. So queen e4 was a wrong maneuver already. Queen e4 losing some tempos and allowing me to play e4. And now when opponent has initiative, yeah, it's always we are taking opponent's material. So opponents sacrifice the piece. Okay, we will know for what we are trying to handle opponent's initiative. If we defend it, we will win. Okay, knight d2, developing the knight, protecting the knight on f3, bishop c6. We give us a question how much time we have. Opponent don't have any concrete threat, so we have time for playing queen e2, rook a e1. Rook h6, h3, not allowing rook g6 move. Queen g6, knight ce4, and now knight ce5 is coming, trying to change opponent's active pieces. Rook d5, king h1, we are renewing our knight ce5 threat, trying to change it. And after queen f5, bishop c1, not allowing rook g6, knight h4. And here the last important move of the game, it was rook d1, multifunctional move. In future, rook d3, protecting the knight on f3, not allowing bishop d6, preparing queen d3, and also preparing in some moment run with this king if opponent decide to sacrifice the rook on g2. Okay, let's move to the next example. The game with J. In this game, it was one important topic. It was don't miss counterattack chance. During this game, we will speak about this topic. Don't miss counterattack chance, and change the route of the game. So let's see what happened. I'm sorry. So 6 tempos. And here we go. Opponent played very active, very cool. Opponent has very strong center, knight c6, so position is lost. Interesting things that engine is showing is already -3, so position is absolutely lost. d3, knight f6, e3, d4. Interesting. My opponent is immediately pressuring on me because now I am having problems with developing my knights. d4, fe4, bishop c4, trying to develop the king side and try to run knight e2, short castle, bishop g4, knight e2, queen b6. Interesting move, queen b6. Opponent wants to play long castle. I think here queen c7 would be better. Queen c7 and long castle, not go so far. Queen b6, short castle, knight e5. Okay, yeah, this move I missed. Knight e5, and at first I thought that everything is over, because if I go bishop b3, then d3 is coming, so my knight is pinned, I'm losing the knight. After knight e5, if I go knight a3, then opponent has here d3 cool resource, d3, and after cd3, take, and long castle, and now I'm losing the bishop on d3. So luckily after knight f5 I found h3 resource. h3, if opponent takes e4, okay, I will take the g4 and don't lose the game force. And if opponent plays here bishop h5, knight a3 now works, because if d3 here I have cd3, ed3, bishop d3, and now if long castle, opponent's bishop is not on g4, so I can play here bishop f5 check. Bishop f5 check, king e8, and I can move the queen and I didn't lose material. Also after bishop d3, if he played rook d8, then I have bishop b5 check. So everything is again okay. So what was the thing here? I will share it again. Knight e5 was a big problem for me. So don't lose the game force. So h3, I'm not losing the game force. Still my position is very bad, but okay, not losing the game force. h3, bishop h5, knight a3, developing a piece, and always we are fine with any exchanges. This knight on e5 is attacking a knight, and bishop c4 is not doing much. So knight a3, we develop a piece, and we are fine with exchanges. Long castle, fine. Now opponents will renew his d3 threat, so queen e1 running from this rook. Knight d5. Here I think the best would be some bishop d6. Bishop d6, continuing developing the last pieces, and then all the time knight f3 threats will come, or even just g5, g4, so long-term attack. Knight d5 was played in the game. Knight d5, Jay's idea is to play somewhere queen g6, knight f3, queen g6, bishop f3 is possible, then knight f3 is possible then, but knight d5 has one big minus. Knight d5, first of all, is allowing me to change pieces. So here, for example, I could take and play some knight f4, attacking these two pieces. This was working as just I should calculate lots of long lines. So I decided just to go knight g3. Knight g3 with tempo on bishop on h5. And also knight g3, it's staying here very cool, protecting my king on g1 a lot. And queen g6 was played. Queen g6 and d4 I took, opening the queen, and if cd4, then queen e4 I will have, and I am pawn up. So ed4, knight f3 check I got. Knight f3 check, I should take gf3 and bishop f3. Let's see what happened. We are piece up, but opponent has a very strong initiative. My king on g1 is absolutely open. It's coming some bishop d6, h5, h4. How to handle this initiative? It's a few ways. Can we change opponent's active pieces? Can we change the bishop on f3? Yes, we can. So in our mind, may come some bishop e2 move. Bishop e2, but the problem, if we change this bishop, then f3 pawn will become very strong. Okay, no bishop, but then still pawn will be very strong. So opponent can play some h5, and then next move is coming h4. Well, let's see what other candidates we have. This we always ask ours before doing a move. Well, we see one resource. It doesn't mean we should play bishop e2. What else we can do? And here is coming this second topic. Let's look this king on c8. Can we start some counterattack? On this king on c8 and not let opponent just one-way attack? We just wait and the opponent is bringing all his pieces, boom, 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 and then somewhere is checkmate. How we can make counterattack here? And then we can see some good resource. Knight b5 attacking a7 pawn, and some moment queen a5 also. And if we successfully also change this knight, then after knight b5, queen a5, queen c7, maybe we will checkmate our opponent. Also knight b5, we are not allowing bishop d6, we will just change that piece. So, what was the topic? Okay, the topic was don't miss counterattack chance. Opponent is attacking you. If you have some time to start counterattack, start it. But I would not come to this 6th point, don't miss counterattack chance, if I didn't give me question 4 and 5. Always ask yourself what is opponent threat, how much time do we have. Now let's go back up. Okay. And now let's go back. Here before playing knight b5 I ask a question. What is opponent threat? Well, he wants to play bishop d6, but okay, my queen is protecting the g3. He wants to play h5, h4, hg3. It's mean we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have 3 move time. Which mean if you play knight b5, queen a5, here we are already threatening lots of things. We want to play knight a7, we want to take and play queen c7 check. We have time. So if we have time, let's start counterattack and knight b5. Now you want to take this bishop d5, rook d5 and queen a5. So let's say some h5. Yeah, we take here. Take queen a5, and now we start counterattack. Queen c7 checkmate. We want to take on a7. We are starting counterattack. Knight b5, bishop d6 was played, but now bishop d5. Taking this knight, and bishop g3, fg3, rook d5 was. Very cool. We exchanged a few pieces, but we exchanged one piece, which was very good. And also we exchanged the knight on d5. And knight on d5 was very important knight for us because it was protecting the c7 important square. And with these exchanges, when we are changing this knight to g3 knight, now c7 square becomes very weak. So rook d5, bishop f4. I could not play here queen a5 because of queen g3 check, but bishop f4 protecting the g3 square, and now queen a5 becomes very, very strong. If a6 no matter, still queen a5, because now I have bishop on f4, bishop knight, so I want to play queen c7, checkmate. Rook f8 was in the game. Rook f8, my opponent wants to take rook f4, and here during the stream, if you were playing and watching the stream, you could notice that at first I thought about queen a5 and I was almost playing this queen a5 move, but then I asked myself a question, what move candidates we have? And here we have queen a5, and also I could take rook f3, and after rook f3, so if rook f4, we just take rook f4, and if ef3, queen e7. And when I saw this resource too, I understood that no, we should go there. Take, queen e7, and now queen c7, checkmate is coming, knight a7, checkmate is coming, and so there is no defense. F2 check was, here I could take also, but just I won't play king f1, no any checks anymore, and after queen b6, not allowing me to play queen c7 checkmate, well, I can take on f2, but it's easier to take knight a7 check, opponent should take, and then queen c7 checkmate is coming. So the first part of the game, the opponent played very cool. Jay played very cool. This how he played his 6th move, then d4 start very dangerous initiative on me. Queen b6, I would play this queen on c7 because, as you saw, Jay, after knight a3, knight c4, you are allowing me. This queen b6 mistake we will see also in one of the games. And here everything was okay. Knight d5 probably was too urgent, too hurrying everything. Just bishop d6 and g5, g4. My king on g1 has lots of problems. So how I survived the game? How I survived this game? It was because of these 4, 5, and 6 points. 4. Always ask what is opponent's threat, how much time do I have, don't miss counterattack chance. And then when I ask myself this question, it's become easier for this moment when opponent has very strong attack on my king to start counterattack with knight b5. Okay, let's move to another game. Guys, I didn't collect all the games which we have played. I just collected the moments when there was some very useful things. Rufus, I forgot already who is Rufus. Knight f6, d3, e3, g3, developing the pieces. c4. Okay, what opponent played? c4. This is strong. This is wrong. c4 because now opponent now center is closed, and when the center is closed, that my knight on g2 and bishop knight on e2 and bishop g2, I have just 2 developed pieces, while opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so strong center, is not as important as if the center was open. So c4, this c4 move is strategically, tactically, it's wrong move. When you have initiative, especially your tempos up, never close the center. So c4 was, now it's allowing me knight c3, a4, and h4 also cool move. h4, now if you take gh4, okay, I'm bringing my rook to the game and taking f4 square for my knight. If g4, then what will happen? The king side is closed, so I will just go b3, bishop a3, and if you watch to this position, you will not understand that white started the game without 6 tempos. Also bishop a3 is coming with tempo. So h4, h6 was, b3, queen f7, take, bishop a3, queen b1, bringing the queen to the game, queen b2, rook b1, I am threatening, knight d7, and okay, here is everything already fine. I took and played g4, opening now the position and crushing this center. After fg4, I have knight e4, also knight g3, my piece is starting to play. Here I have knight on c3, bishop on g2, which is dead, not playing, and knight e2. I don't see perspective for this knight, so g4 is solving all the problems of this bishop, knight on c3 and knight on e2. Additionally, if this bishop becomes active, here we will see that someone bishop d5 and the game finished. And my opponent, by the way, missed that here bishop d5 and he resigned. Why I showed you this game? It was for this moment c4 in this case is it's strategically very wrong. When you have initiative, don't close the center. Similar mistake did my opponent here in this game. So this was okay. 96, so we are changing pieces, and d4, and again I successfully closed the center, and when the center is closed it's not so important the tempos. g5 was played, c4, we need some counter attack, and again we will seize this king on g8 and queen on a6. Opponent doesn't have light square bishop, while we have the light square bishop, and if we open this diagonal it will be very cool for us. So knight e7, take, knight c3, h4 was played. Again the same idea from the previous game. If gh4, rook h4, our rook will play it. And if g4, g3. Okay, cool. Now our now the king side is closed. It's not easy for black to use their initiative. Next move is coming bishop d2, queen b3, rook c1. All the problems are solved. Let's go to the next one. I'm playing against Bobby. Okay, very dangerous this. Queen b6 was played. Queen b6, instead of queen b6, here probably d4 is very strong. d4 and immediately starting the attack. And I'm having lots of problems with development because I cannot play knight c3 and knight f3. I cannot develop this bishop, I cannot play d3 because rook on e is already e8. So e4, d4 idea did j, so it is right idea, and in this case also d4 would finish the game. Queen b6 has one minus because whenever you will play d4, then knight a3 move, knight a3 developing the knight, and if d4, then knight c4 some moment will be. And that was thus in this game. a6, okay, this is already coming slow. d4, yeah, allow my knight c4. That's why I think queen b6 is not the best. Take b5, a4. Okay, now rook a8 was, and now the problems are solved because I didn't get checkmate concretely. So after e3, just d4 instead of queen b6. D4 opening my position. D4, then moment maybe you will play d3, knight b4, you play knight e4, you play queen d7, rook d8. But the most important thing here, it's if you look to white's position, it's very unclear what move to do, how to develop all these pieces. So the position is lost. Engine is showing this, I checked, it's showing around -6. So it's absolutely lost, even when white is not pawn down. Similar game with what was with meta here. Opponent, again I touched something else, sorry for that guys. Opponent here played very cool. d4 e4, very right. d4 e4. Here all pieces are developed, and I cannot develop my other pieces. This is the biggest problem of white's position. Knight h4, I tried to change some pieces, but the problem of white's position is f2 pawn now is hanging. Opponent is just going to play knight g4 and checkmate, and no way for me. e3 I played, and here opponent played the e3. This is mistake because changing a pawn, this is not so good. And d4 pawn is giving me lots of problems. After d3, rook d8, queen e2. Now my c2 pawn is protected. If opponent play knight b4, my queen is on e2. So c2 pawn, which very important pawn, is protected. Instead of that, imagine opponent played here rook a8. Now he wants to take d3. I cannot take d3 because of my queen. d3, fe3 also I cannot take, bishop e3 will be there. And again I cannot take because there is a pin. And if I play here queen e2, then knight b4. And when there is this d2 and d4 pawn, so knight c2 is coming. If I play knight a3, then d3, game finish. Probably I should, no, I cannot take. Check, then f2 is also coming, so I'm taking there. So the game would be finished. Also knight g4 was winning, knight g4 and attacking f2 pawn. If queen e2, then knight b4 again with same topics. But instead of that, opponent chose the wrong plan. The wrong plan was playing slow. So here opponent played just rook d6, rook d8. Okay, this was okay. Here doubling the rooks and threatening something. But after knight d2, my opponent chose a6, b5 plan. This is slow. Here I have lots of problems with development. a6, b5 is slow. Also the important thing is I don't know how to develop my bishop on f1. I cannot touch my queen on e2. And here with h3 I wanted to play some g4, bishop g2, develop their bishop and some moment attack the e4 pawn. So here probably just opponent could play h5, not allow me to go g4 and get counter chances. And after a6, h3, b5, g4 maybe is not the best, but practically is good. We are trying to get some counter chances. So g4 g4, I want to go bishop g2. Some moment I will attack the e4 pawn, maybe I will go short castle even, maybe g5 even. So I'm getting something, so it's not easy anymore for opponent. Queen e6 was played, g5, knight d7, queen g4, trying to change the queens, because queens are the most dangerous piece when opponent is attacking. And with queen g4 I also attacked the e4 pawn, and now more or less problems are solved. So let's go back. Everything opponent played very cool. His first 8 moves. The d3 move was mistake. d3, de3, this was mistake. You should not change your pawns. This is very dangerous pawn for me. d3, d3 is coming. So instead of that, just rook a8, knight g4, keep this pawn. And then I would have lots of problems. A similar mistake did with me J in Blitz game. So this was the position. Okay, so here I was absolutely lost. ed6, yeah, again the same mistake, changing these pawns, and after ed6, playing some rook b1, king h1. This is slow already. Problem are more or less solved for black. I played some knight a5, knight a6, bishop g4, rook c8, and I was okay. Instead of that, instead of playing ed6, this e5 pawn is very strong. First of all, because you will have all the time threat e6. Here e6 was working. e6, you are opening my king. You want to take ef7, knight g5, and if I play here f5, this was my dream. Here I have lots of problems with these pieces, and d5 and d6 pawn are super strong. First, you can just play bishop e3, for example, bishop g7, bishop d4, change my only playing piece, and then I am having lots of problems. If I go short castle, imagine you go h3, g4, even g5 you play, my knight on h6 is trapped. So I will get checkmate here, because I cannot bring my 3 pieces to the game. But also after f5 here, for example, it could be possible knight h4 move. And after bishop g7, you can sacrifice this. I cannot take knight f5 because he will take, and queen h5 check. And I'm getting checkmate from f7. And after knight h4, you want to take bishop f5. I have no any other moves than bishop g7. You again take it. Take, check. So I have knight on h6, which is protecting the f7 pawn, but then knight f5. So you sacrificed a piece for 2 pawns, but the thing is my king is will get checkmate without these 3 pieces. So then you change it f5, f6, some few moves, and I got checkmate. So e5 pawn is a very important pawn. You keep it or play e6. Also, for example, after g6 would be also interesting f5 move. Just sacrifice this pawn and open the rook on f1. After knight f5, you can go knight g5. You want to go e6. Rook is also opened. Pawn is not so important here. You could just sacrifice one more pawn and open the rook. Rook immediately join the attack too. So this was the same mistake as was here in this game. Changing this d4, this pawn now. Keep it for some moment to play d3. The next one. Okay, Daisler. E4, d4 was cool. Here I am having lots of problems. Now b6, a little bit slow, but okay. c3, again I am trying to change a few pawns, and maybe somewhere queen b3, knight g5 I will have. I'm trying to get some chances. Check, knight g5. Here I want to play knight f7, but opponent found here a very cool move, knight a5. Now if I play knight f7, opponents take here. And after bishop d5, here suddenly queen on f7 is trapped. So knight a5, I just went back, queen d7, c d4, taking these things, rook a c8, knight a3, rook c7. And this is an important moment which I want you to speak about. Okay, so here is 8.8. Change the route of the game. This change the route of the game and bluff. Make opponent nervous. The reason of these 2.8 and knight are to make opponent nervous. And here let's see what happened. In the game, opponent has strong initiative. I have lots of problem with development. He's just preparing his move. Rook c7, rook c8 probably is coming. And now suddenly I played e3. e3, and I want to change these pawns, change few pieces, change these bishops, and after that everything will be okay for me, especially if some moment queens we changed when we change these 4 pawns. Then I will have this knight e6 resource. e3 maybe it's not working, but it was important for that moment to change the route of the game. And also it's some kind of bluff and make opponent nervous. Here, for example, opponent could play knight g4. Now g5 knight is hanging, and if I take here e4, opponent plays e3, strong move. e3 cutting my bishop on c1 from protecting the knight on g5. If I take on e3, then bishop g5 will be free, and if I move this knight on g5, then ef2 check, and my position is collapsed. So, but e3 I played. This is some kind of change the route of the game and bluff, and let's see what happened in the game. Rook c8, e d4. Opponent cannot take queen d4 because of knight e6, so I'm winning exchange. So e d4, h6, knight f7 check. King g8, knight e5, queen d4, bishop f4. Developing a bishop. Now I'm threatening knight g6, attacking the c7 rook, attacking the e7 bishop. And after queen b2, here luckily I had knight c4 move. And here queen and rook are hanging, and the opponent is losing exchange. So in the game was knight c4, take, and queen b3, also a cool move. Queen b3 attacking the queen, attacking the rook, and after queen b3, b3, now I'm attacking the c4 rook, rook a7 I'm attacking, and here after rook b4, suddenly rook a7, and opponent loses a piece. One of these bishops are lost. So everything happened very fast. e3, and in the 6th move opponent lost. Well, it's just blitz game, but the psychology works like this. Theoretically, it's not a good move. e3, because you are opening the position, knight on g5 becomes now not protected. Lots of resources will have black, but practically it works well. It's blitz, opponent will have some problems for finding eights, and also it's very unexpected move. During the stream I also was commenting this moment, if you were watching the stream, that e3, it was very unexpected move for my opponent, and I was guessing that the opponent will make some mistakes, which has happened in the game. So theoretically e3, bad move, but practically take such chances. Always try to change the route of the game. Well, and here is Matt. Okay, Matt is playing with white. e6, here I'm trying to develop my pieces, because without g5 I could never solve the problem of f8 bishop, and if I don't solve the problem of bishop on f8, some d5 e6 will already come. So I played h6 g5, weakening the position of the kings, but making this bishop on g3 a bit worse, and opening the bishop on f8. Knight c3, d5, and e d6, right decision by Matt. He didn't play bishop d3 and keep the center closed, but e d6. Here white has 1, 2, 3, 4, and also short castle. I count 5 tempos up. White should keep the position open, so e d6 is a right move. E d6, bishop d6, d5. Another cool move by Matt. d5, opening my position of the king on e8, and immediately starting attack on my king. Bishop g3 I took, and another cool move. Instead of hg3, opponent took fg3, and rook also opened. Now rook is opened, e line is open, and d line is also open. Next move is coming some queen e2, rook d1. So big pressure on switches. All three have open lines. Opponent has rook, which is already attacking the f7 pawn, bishop, knight, while my king is totally open. And suddenly I survived this game, and here I will show you how it was and what a mistake did opponent. e d5, rook e1, this was first mistake. Rook f1 is already developed piece. Rook f1 is making lots of problems for me on this f7 pawn, f7 square. Rook should be here, queen should be here, and then rook here or here. Or queen can come also here. My king on e8, anywhere, he is in big trouble here. Yeah, with rook e1 check, I played king f8, and now I cannot castle anymore. But king on f8, my king on f8 now is in much more safe than he was on e8. But the biggest problem it was that rook on f1 is here a very strong rook. and after rook e1, king f8. Now I have no problem with this f7 pawn. And after bishop d5, knight f6, I'm developing the knight, and some moment here I already have some problems because I want to play c6 and change the queens. Here opponent played queen d4, c6. If bishop moves somewhere, I will change the queens, which is very cool for me. Queen b4 check, king g7. Bishop b3 here, I could already play queen b6 and change the queens, but the problem is again this f7 square. Some rook e7 move could be possible, so I played knight a6 with tempo on queen on b4, and it's not easy for white anymore, because where to go with this queen? You don't want to go a4, knight c5, it will allow, and after queen c4, bishop e6. Now I want to change a piece, and after sacrificing this exchange, just queen d7, protecting the f7 pawn, threatening exchange of the queens, and problems of blacks are solved. So let's go one more time the opening part. White played very cool here, ed6 opening the position, d5 opening again my king on e8, fg3 very cool move opening the rook, but after ed5 rook e1 was a mistake. Rook should be kept on f1 and just some knight d5. And if I play some c6, queen d4, imagine rook h8 is hanging, rook a1 check is coming, f7 will hang. You can even sacrifice this knight on d5. My king will get checkmate. No way I can survive this position. Okay, so this 10 was there was all the games were interesting. This was 10 games was the most illustrative of the 9 important points which I shared with you. Let's go through them one more time. Hello Hasmik, you just joined us. I hope you can have time to watch the webinar. So tips on how to handle opponent's initiative. First, don't lose the game force. This we have seen many times during these examples. Luckily I didn't lose the game force, and then my opponents were making some mistake. Change opponents' active pieces, which we have seen. Also change opponents' any piece if you can. Close the position, because whenever we close the position, opponent's initiative becomes slower and his tempos are not so important. 4 and 5 points are very important in any position of chess, but when opponent has initiative, these 4 and 5 points are much more important. How much what is opponent's threat and how much time do we have? These two are very important. So whenever opponent has initiative, always ask these two questions. You will see how easier become everything. 6. Don't miss counter-attack chance. This we have seen with the game with Jay. Take the sacrifice material. You will know for what you are suffering. Take that knight or pawns. You will make opponent nervous, and anytime you can sacrifice back that pawns or knight and have okay position. 8. Change the route of the game. We have seen this with Babatosh with move e3, changing the route of the game, not let the opponent just all the time to attack you. Somewhere try to change the route of the game, even if it's bluff. Anyway, opponents have a strong initiative. When it's lost, yeah, it's checkmating, attack is coming, bluff are okay, because we are not piece down. But if opponent has checkmating attack, our position is lost, it's okay to bluff, to try to make our last chance. So these 9 are the most important principal tips how to handle opponent's initiative. I hope we have already 5 events, 2 streams, play and simul games, and the 5th was webinar. I hope you learned a lot about this topic, and in future you will handle opponent's initiative. I will also create some topic in the forum, and if you handle opponent's initiative, please put their games in the forum. I would be very happy, and will know that this time that was spent here during the events was very useful. That's it. Before finishing it, guys, always I ask that thing. If you have any question, feel free to ask it now. You are welcome, Jay. You are welcome, brother. Yeah, I'm traveling tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm very busy here, everything. But even tomorrow, I will record a few more videos. So our team will edit it and we will upload it. While I'm in the USA, I try before I'm going. I try to record some videos. Yeah, I'm traveling tomorrow, so next month I will be in the USA. I will not be able next 2 weeks, but our other team members, GM Samuel Tersakian and Grandmaster Gabuzian, will take care of the stuff. So as they prepared some interesting stuff, there will be some streams and webinars with our other Chessmood Grandmasters. And also, I'm looking forward to meeting you, anyone who will be in St. Louis or in the USA. That's my trip. Also, I'm going to play some tournament. I didn't play chess during last 3 years. I touched the chess clock last time 3 years ago, so a very excited thing. But what my purpose of playing the tournament is to show my students how important thing is mindset. What can do right mood. I didn't play 3 years, so my calculation probably becomes slower compared to other grandmaster. Opening preparation maybe 2, middle game 2, like everything. I didn't prepare for the tournament absolutely, even when I knew with whom I am playing. But I believe in right mood. I believe that right mindset can do magics, which I am going to show on my example for my students, and hope I will inspire them with my play. Uh, you are welcome, Brett. I'm very happy that you love it. Oh, hey Martin. Thank you for nice words. I also myself I love this webinar. Myself when I was preparing this stuff and with my wife we was making this slideshow. I was guessing that it will be useful, but now I'm really satisfied. I really feel that there was value, and thank you for your kind words. Really, I will open some forum for some topic in the forum, and we will try to put our games in this topic, how we handle opponent's initiative. When you are back. Oh, Roger, you are coming to Yerevan. Cool. I hope in the October you will be here. And anyway, if you are our family members, or if I'm not here, feel free to come guest to our home. So we will meet you. And I hope you will stay here until October. So when I come back, we will meet you. Okay, champions. So this was the last event I'm doing before my trip to the USA. The next 2 weeks, our other grandmasters will have events, streams, and webinars. GM Tsakian and GM Gabuzian. I will join you after 2-3 weeks when I finish the St. Louis tournament. Then I will join you from another background. It will not be the same wall. I will be in the USA, but we will continue our trip. Before that, other grandmasters. 15th. Okay, cool. Until 15th, I will be back. So looking forward to seeing you soon, Roger. Okay, champions. Thank you everyone who was with us. I will send this slide to the forum, which you can keep with you, and remember all these 9 tips. Oh, Sarvan! Hello, Sarvan. You are the one who really crushed me during that simul game without giving any chance. Good job. I checked the game also with engine. You played very logically good, very good one, Sarvan. Okay, cool guys. Take care. If you have any question about this topic, you will remember some question. Just put them in the forum. I will create it some closed topic for pro members. Put everything there. So take care. Good luck to me. You can wish me have a good trip, good travel, and looking forward to have some cup of beers with you guys who will who will come to St. Louis. Take care.